Hey everybody, welcome back to the Plane Window. If you've been following the Boeing story over the last few years, you know that the words on track and Boeing haven't always belonged in the same sentence. But today we have a genuine update, and for once, it's actually good news. The two remaining uncertified variants of the 737 MAX family, the MAX 7 and the MAX 10, are closer to FAA certification than they have ever been. Let's catch everyone up on where things stand. Both the MAX 7 and the MAX 10 have been waiting in certification limbo for years, held up by two major technical hurdles. The first was a redesign of the cockpit alerting system, a requirement Congress mandated in the wake of the 2018 and 2019 MAX 8 crashes that claimed 346 lives. Boeing has since completed that redesign, and once approved, it will be retrofitted across the entire MAX fleet. The second, and the one that caused the most recent delays, was a problem with the engine anti-ice system. Under certain icing conditions, the system could overheat the engine inlet to the point of causing structural damage. Boeing initially sought a temporary safety exemption from the FAA to certify the MAX 7 with the existing design. That request was withdrawn under significant congressional pressure in early 2024. Boeing went back and engineered a proper fix from the ground up, which took longer than anyone expected, long enough to push certification from 2025 into 2026. But that fix is now complete. Here is the current picture. The MAX 10 recently crossed a significant milestone. Just before the end of 2025, the FAA cleared it to begin Type Inspection Authorization Phase 2, known as TIA 2. This is the final stage of certification flight testing, where the FAA directly supervises compliance data collection rather than Boeing conducting its own internal tests. It is the last formal hurdle before a type certificate can be issued. Boeing confirmed in its first quarter 2026 earnings report that the MAX 10 has entered this phase and is making progress. Both the MAX 7 and MAX 10 are now expected to receive FAA certification later in 2026, with first deliveries planned for 2027. And perhaps most significantly, on April 21st of this year, FAA Administrator Bryan Bedford told Bloomberg that the agency has not identified any issues that would prevent Boeing from reaching certification for both variants before the end of the year. That is the clearest, most direct signal regulators have given yet. He did note that ongoing flight testing could still surface new findings, so there's no champagne on ice quite yet, but the tone from both Boeing and the FAA is meaningfully more confident than it has been in years. The airlines holding orders for these jets have been rearranging their fleet plans around these delays for a long time, and they are ready. For the MAX 7, Southwest Airlines is the story. The Dallas-based carrier holds roughly 90% of all MAX 7 orders, about 289 aircraft, and has been waiting on this jet since the original 2019 entry into service date that never happened. Southwest CEO Bob Jordan has said he expects certification around August of 2026, with the airline preparing to begin MAX 7 operations in the first quarter of 2027. For Southwest, which flies an all-Boeing 737 fleet and has been retiring older 737-700s, these deliveries can't come soon enough. The MAX 10 picture is even bigger. There are over 1,400 orders on the books from carriers including United Airlines, Ryanair, Alaska, Delta, American, and Pegasus, among others. Ryanair CEO Michael O'Leary has said Boeing expects MAX 10 certification in the third quarter of 2026, with Ryanair's first deliveries in spring 2027. WestJet, designated as the MAX 10 launch customer, is targeting entry into service in late 2026 or early 2027. Combined, the MAX 7 and MAX 10 represent over 1,700 orders. The MAX 7 and MAX 10 have been a long time coming. Years of delays, safety redesigns, congressional hearings, withdrawn exemption requests, and missed deadlines. But the technical work appears to be done, the FAA is signaling no obstacles, and the finish line is genuinely in sight. Whether Boeing holds this timeline after so many others have slipped is something only the next few months will answer. We'll be watching closely, and we'll keep you updated right here. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss the next update. Drop a comment below. Are you an av geek waiting on these deliveries? Or maybe a Southwest or Ryanair flyer keeping an eye on the MAX 7 or 10? Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time on The Plane Window.